So
All right.
I'm going to control this rocket with telepathy, basically.
Exactly.
Okay.
Imagine you're Luke Skywalker.
A Jedi mind trick this is not.
Focus, and you're going to start to see that the number will get bigger.
In fact, these headphones could be the future of brain science.
These headphones, they're not just playing music.
They have these sensors called electroencephalography, or EEG. And what those sensors do is when your neurons are firing in your brain, if the signal is large enough, it can actually be picked up externally around your ears.
Then using AI, they track how your brain focuses in real time, whether you're working on your laptop or just walking down the street. We went to Neurable's Boston-based headquarters to test it out.
I'm going to give you an article here to read.
Okay.
And this article actually has a piece of data that will actually be able to see in real time how it affects your focus.
As I was reading, the headphones were detecting tiny electrical impulses emanating from my skull.
This was you reading this article. Then you hit this really long ad, and you can see how it dropped your focus.
So that
right?
ad dropped my... It's almost like what happens when people see a commercial, and then they're just like, and then they come back in.
And the next test felt kind of like telepathy.
With this rocket, the more you focus, the faster the rocket is going to go.
I'm
Be
going to
controlled by your
accelerate the
focus.
rocket by just focusing on it?
Exactly.
What?
Exactly.
Shut up.
Oh man, we're off.
So relax for a second, and then you'll see that the rocket will start to slow down.
Start falling. What the heck?
Yeah, so
Whoa.
you're essentially controlling it 1-to-1 right now.
Wow.
Users can then access their own brain data through an app. Instead of tracking steps, you're tracking strain on your brain.
There's so many different things about myself that I could improve with more data, and this is the first step there.
And with our brains packing 86 billion neurons, Neurable says the more data they get, the more they're learning about how differently people's brains work.
I have had ADHD my entire life, and it's always been a problem. Do you have any data on ADHD?
And so here to the left, you see essentially an individual who's been reading a book for an hour and 45 minutes. Right? Their focus is relatively high in this green zone.
Right.
They start to get tired. We tell them to take a break, and then it goes back up into the green zone.
Right.
And when we dug deeper into the data that we had that wasn't following the similar pattern, a lot of these individuals reported having ADHD. And you can see how much more variable the focus is.
I mean, it's crazy to see ADHD graphed out like this.
Yeah.
And yet it makes instant sense.
Some experts think this kind of technology could be promising for the future of medicine and neuroscience.
We might be able to take more proactive steps than reactive steps. And as folks are living longer, I think being able to make diagnoses even before they materialize is going to be revolutionary.
Do you think this type of tech should be regulated?
The regulation that we have already is enough to keep us safe. Once we start to go into invasive technology, that's where we probably want to be a little bit more careful.
Where do you see this tech in 10 years?
I see that anything that you wear on your head become a standard part of your normal life. Really, the brain is the next frontier in how we use our technology and better understand ourselves.